Hello, my name is Travis Kiker with Little Squirrels Incorporated, and I just want to show you something back here. Um, we've been doing this for quite a few townhomes and HOA communities, and the problem that a lot of these neighborhoods and even private residents are facing are 15, 20 years ago, they planted these really nice screening trees to give privacy, but they've overgrown the space. And so you can see this tree is probably a good 65 feet tall and probably about 15 to 18 feet wide. And it's just growing against the buildings. It's causing all this green, all this algae and mold. And then, they actually used to have grass here from what the residents say behind their house. And so, what we're doing is coming in and helping the neighborhoods from start to finish. And what I mean by that is we're a tree service and landscape company, so we can remove the trees safely. We can come up with a landscape design, a drainage plan, and solve all of this. And as you'll see in the latter part of this video, how beautiful and nice it can be. And so we just wanted to give you a first look. A lot of you places are facing these kind of things, and so we wanted you to know that we're here to help and that we have the expertise, and not just expertise, but the experience doing things like this that really help to maintain the buildings and the homes as well as beautify the neighborhood. You ready? Hey, my name's Travis Kiker with Little Squirrels Incorporated, and we're a full service company. And what I mean by that, we're a full tree service, and then we're a full landscape company. And we're a one-stop shop, and that's really hard to find these days, that people who operate at a level of excellence but can take you start to finish on a project. And so we just want to give you an example. We've done this sort of thing for several HOA townhome communities, and what has happened was on a lot of these they planted these evergreens when they built them, or various types of trees for screenings in between, but 15 years later now they've overgrown the space. And you notice in the first section that we were at over there that the trees were totally against the house. It's causing erosion problems, it's causing mold and mildew problems on the buildings and damage to the buildings. And so what we did here, this had the same exact kind of scenario. You can see way down there they left a few trees because they were farther away from the buildings, but that extended all the way up to where I'm at and beyond. And they had major erosion problems, like all these patios and everything had washed out, couldn't grow grass, couldn't hold mulch. So we removed all the trees. We put in good drainage that piped all the drainage down and exited all the surface water from the roofs to a point that it wouldn't cause erosion. And then we came back and planted grass, planted a various type of screening plants that won't overgrow the space, but in 1 to 3 years, will grow in and give privacy to all these porches and have just a beautiful look of different colors and textures. And so this is just kind of a good view and a good example of what we've done. This kind of was a very narrow section where these large trees, like where you see all this grass, before the trees were reaching all the way out to here because they were planted along here, and we removed all that. Now these people actually have a yard, and then they have all of these nice plants that grow together and give them privacy over time. So I know a lot of neighborhoods are facing this sort of thing, or even private residents that, planted something and you never imagined it would end up being 65 feet tall and 15, 20 feet wide, and now it's just overgrown the space. We can help you with that, from the tree removal to drainage issues and to also the landscape design and installation.